Hello, good morning, YouTube. Early good morning, 2 a.m. right now. School name, bringing you another NASCAR Diecast pickup video. I got 2 modern NASCAR diecasts as well as 3 classic Jeff Gordon ones. First diecast we'll go through is, well, actually a 4th classic, like a literal classic. Like one of the original brands, Winner Circle from 2005. First, we've got Matt Kenseth's Peak car from 2017 that I think he drove at Fontana and other various races, which is practically the same and still same thing as Daniel Suarez's Peak car. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, look at that. They're twinning. I'll take them out sometime later to compare them later. Pretty cool. I love that. Alright. And then Austin Dillon's silver car that Dale Earnhardt drove from the 1995 All-Star race, and that Austin Dillon drove as a throwback to Dale Earnhardt in the throwback race at Darlington. As much as I abhor Austin Dillon with an intense burning passion, I couldn't help but to love this car and add it to my collection. It's really beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. Any throwback car for me, it's just fucking admirable as fuck. I feel so nostalgic whenever I see a throwback scheme. I just can't help it. Next is Clint Boyer's Savvy scheme that he drove at the very boring Richmond race. The second Richmond race, to be more specific. And the much better, it's the Phoenix race in the playoffs. Well, it was much better than Richmond race. It still wouldn't say it's the best race of the year. I couldn't pass up to purchase this car. It's a decent looking car. I wouldn't say it's super beautiful, but decent looking. Fortunately, he crashed with it in the Phoenix race. Next, we've got Kyle Larson's legit raced version of Chicagoland. Strange to me that they made the second place version of Kyle Larson's car, but they have yet to make and release Kyle Busch's car. As much as I abhor Kyle Busch with a burning passion, I would like to add his winning car to my collection, because that was one of the most chaotic finishes I ever watched in my entire life of existing. This was just too good to pass up. Next, we've got the next 2 cars are cars I actually saw in person. First, you got Kyle Larson's 4th of July car, Credit One Bank Patriotic. Well, technically the 7th of July, but it's still technically the 4th of July weekend race. So, I would still say it's 4th of July. It's just too bad he wrecked with this car along with many other racers and participants. Much like Jimmy Johnson, for example, when he had a winning car. But speaking of winning car, hilariously enough, Eric Jones's 164 race win car. The confetti on this car looks so fucking badass, let me tell you. It's just so beautiful for my collection. This also is too good to not pass up. This will make a fine addition to my collection, as General Grievous would say. Next, we've got Jamie McMurray's, one of Jamie McMurray's classic 2005 paint schemes. I don't remember where it was, if it was in Charlotte. Yeah, I think it was Charlotte, the second Charlotte race. Jimmy Johnson won that race with his 06 scheme, with the early preview run of it. Next, we've got Jeff Gordon's classic cars. First one will be his winning car from 1994 when he won the inaugural race at Indianapolis, which is also his second career win, but first Indy win. First of 5 Indy wins. I think he holds the record for the most Indianapolis wins of all time. Not even Rick Mears or a multitude of other IndyCar drivers were able to accomplish what Jeff Gordon did. Next, we've got Jeff Gordon's Daytona 500 win car. When Hendrick Motorsports finished first, second, and third. Back when they had Jeff Gordon, Terry Labonte, and I think it was either Ken Schrader or Ricky Craven in the 25. I know it was the 25 Bud Chevrolet, but I can't remember if it was either Ken Schrader or Ricky Craven. I'll have to recheck the statistics on Racing Reference. They'll have it. Well, yeah. First NASCAR race I was alive for, too. Fun fact. Go figure that my first ever favorite driver would win the race. Next, last but definitely not least, Jeff Gordon's 1998 Atlanta win car, which I believe Atlanta was the last race of the 1998 season. It used to be Atlanta as the last race of every season, as opposed to Homestead, Miami, starting from 2002 to present. So yeah, I decided to add a lot of Jeff Gordon to my collection. Hope you guys enjoyed this little update video right here. Hope you guys have a nice day. Peace out. Or space out, rather.